Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Tues.
Good morning!
Good morning, good morning. It is Spark FM Online time. It is Saucy and friends in the building. How y'all doing?
Good morning.
How y'all feeling today? It is one of those days already. I can feel it in my soul.
I am tired.
I think that's what it is. Like mostly just like I woke up today just in a state of tiredness, and it wasn't like I wanted to go back to sleep. I just wanted to lay down, like lay there.
I got up, reset my alarm, and went back to lay down.
Yeah,
Tired. I am tired.
I've been waking up early though. When the summertime come, I like to wake up early.
and do what?
I don't know. I just be well, not early, but you know, I be up by like 7 by 6:30 on the dot every day. 6:30, like clockwork.
I hate
Be
that.
up.
I think that lately I've been waking up around the 5 o'clock hour, and I just sit there until my bladder first forces me to get out and pee, and then I sneak off to the bathroom and jump right back into bed.
About that 5 o'clock. You
Your
saying
boy,
that.
it doesn't even make any sense because I'll be like, oh, I got a couple more hours to sleep. Let's take that. And I just be up like, do. But good morning, everybody. We are here. It is a bright and early Tuesday morning, and the people are out the side.
Tantalizing Tuesday.
Tantalizing Tuesday. Good morning, Mike Nice. How are you doing? Good morning, Dirk. Good morning, LaWanda. How are y'all doing? Go ahead and give it up a share. I'll go do the same.
If you guys follow LaWanda on social media, she does a really, really nice little motivational post every day. And those things are so sweet, LaWanda. I'm so grateful for those.
Blessed be. See, look at LaWanda out here changing lives early
I
in
used
the
to get some from
morning.
DJ Live. She stopped sending those.
I know. I don't get them from DJ.
Shout out to DJ Live. Shout out to all of our DJs here that are putting in work. Especially shout out to Father P, who had to turn him away the other day.
Putting in work the other
Putting
day.
in work.
Who did he interview the other day? Mad Spider. You know Mad Spider?
No, I saw all of the interviews online though, and I was like, okay.
He's Tarantula.
Oh.
Tarantula from back in the day.
Tarantula.
The can dance. Everybody want to.
I don't know who that is, but I remember doing the spider back in the day, climbing on the walls.
That's what you remember?
Listen.
Terrible.
Memories don't live like people do.
Okay.
This is Tarantula right here.
I wanna gone, you know. If it gone, go now.
Oh, that's my song.
That is Mad Spider.
Boy, I was about to spider up this wall too, just like Tony said. Show us how to do it, Tony.
I can't. The hips and the knees ain't hipping and kneeing like how they was.
The hips is lying.
These can't be the same knees I used to spider with.
Quick check-in. How you doing, people? Miss Tony, we'll start with you today.
I'm doing all right. Yesterday I did do my homework. I went home and I watched the Ricky Smiley special.
How was it? I saw your commentary.
Yeah, I said I had a hard time finding opportunities for laughter.
I agree. I did watch it yesterday too, and
I was like, what is this? And that's what I said yesterday. I said, he tends to be very silly, and I'm not really, with that. And it was
a lot of
indeed
silliness. There's a lot.
it was just silly.
Weird.
And I just think that Ricky Smiley is just too grown for that. Like,
Yeah.
you was a grown ass man. What is all this silly stuff?
The last special he did, he was like, he had a band with him. He was playing with the band. It was real interactive. It was dope. He had an actual suit on, like looked his age.
Yeah, like
I don't know what that was.
It was just it was foolishness.
There was some
and-
funny parts in there, But
Yeah, I mean, like I think I laughed at like the little people joke, and that only because I have I can relate to that on a level with an experience with a child. But nothing else. I think I may have smiled once or twice, but maybe not even. I think I just sat at it like.
See, those things are hard because you're like, I want to finish it.
Yeah.
Because I started it.
Well,
but I'm not happy.
So he started it off like, y'all get comfortable because I'm gonna be here for 2 hours.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, okay. And then as the time went on, I was like, oh, this cannot be 2 hours. It can't be 2 hours of this. So it was a miss for me. Just like a big miss. And then
he used some of his jokes over. Some of them are old jokes.
Yeah, and then the last joke that he ended with, like, that's been a
son?
Facebook post. No, the Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh, yeah.
That's been a Facebook post for since I've been on Facebook. So
Let me ask you guys, who in this current day and age, not like the old ones like Richard Pryor and whatever, who are some of your favorite comedians?
Dave Chappelle is definitely one of my favorite comedians.
Yeah.
And not because Dave Chappelle is funny, but because he's very, very witty and I think he speaks on real
He's
things.
very educated.
And it's
Mm-hmm.
witty, and I like that. Who else is funny?
I'm trying to think my damn self.
I don't know.
And is our
Dion
comedians?
Cole is pretty funny.
He's pretty funny.
Dion Cole's
Yeah.
funny.
Are comedians suffering the same fate as a lot of other people when it comes to like
Cancel
influencers? Like there's a bunch of comedian influencers that are obviously a lot smaller than the Eddies and whatever, blah, blah, blah. But because of the way that social media goes, they can go viral quickly and have lots of followers and stuff like that. Are there any new comedians that y'all are like, they could be good? I
like DC Young Fly.
I like DC Young Fly. I like Jess Hilarious as well.
She was here recently, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she's
Lunel,
funny.
of course.
Well, she's old.
Well, she's classic.
I don't know
There's this white boy that I see on social
White
media.
Yardie.
No. No, I don't know who his name is, but he's funny. He's got like a few funny things. A young white guy that's kind of funny. But there's not a lot. And I think that's because like comedians, and Ricky Smiley spoke to this in his special. Like comedians are very much like in fear of getting canceled, and they can't say what they want to say. Like it's not, Eddie
Somebody
Murphy
just
Raw
text me
or something like that.
Aries Spears.
We heard him talking with Charlamagne yesterday about the Aries Spears is not funny.
Aries Spears is not funny, and he's also ugly.
And he's a weird.
And he hates black women.
He looks like a dumpling.
Yeah, like his nose is like he's made of individual dumplings all put together.
Oh no.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about the comedians, and I'd like to check that out because comedians, sometimes you need a little comic relief, but sometimes again, it's just not funny. And I wish I've never felt that Ricky Smiley was like, oh my God, he's so funny. It's not that his show wasn't anything that I didn't expect. I didn't have high hopes for it.
Yeah.
Is he?
I would rather just listen to his morning show, like where he has other commentary around as well.
Yeah. But aside from that, my evening was decent. Went home, did some studying with Noah, which actually turned out to be a nice experience, to be honest. Wow. We'll see.
Okay. Wanda said Miss Pat. Opal said, Wanda said 85 South guys.
85 South, that gang is funny.
And DC Young Fly is in there, right? Miss Pat, I like, but she swears just way and it's just insipid. It's not even like flowy cussing. It's just cussing for like, you drinking that F and T over there, and you enjoying that MF? Is it going down your throat? Good.
Throwing down your mother effing throat?
Yeah, and it's just like, why you gotta say that? Just
She's Monique, and the other one, what's the other one that used to cuss a lot back in the day with the big lips?
Cheryl
Underwood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I miss all of those. All of those people like that. I do miss those. I miss that. They should do another King of Comedy or something like that. I don't know.
LaWanda, I watched the Miss Pat show, and I really, really enjoyed the Miss Pat show, except for the cussing was just like way too overboard. And I love a good cuss, like a good passionate cuss, but that insipid just cussing for no reason, that burns my ears.
Makes me angry.
Yeah. What about you, Triz? What was your evening? What did you do?
I just worked on some commercials and graphics, and that was it.
Yeah,
some commercials. I was pretty productive yesterday. I did spend about 3 hours inside of Eventbrite trying to figure out how to make it work. It was very
different now.
Boy, I tell you, it was just a rigmarole. However, don't forget that this is Caribbean Heritage Month. And to kick it off, my good friends over at B Soca are doing a Vibes and Ventures, a series of business workshops for Caribbean folks, small businesses, anybody really, but it's during Caribbean Heritage Month, so we made it about that. It will be the next couple of Thursdays, so starting this Thursday, the following Thursday, and then skip 1 week and the next Thursday. We'll be talking about things like how to get your business started, how to form contracts and procurement basics. In the second week, we'll be talking about brick and mortar and commercial acquisition for those of you who already have a business and looking to expand and get into the business of either getting a storefront or a restaurant or whatever. We'll have some very good subject matter experts in here to help you. And on the third week, which is June 26th, we'll be marketing and social media strategy, building your brand and connecting with your audience and making sure that your business has a way to survive and to be visible with people. So make sure you guys go on Eventbrite, look up Vibes and Ventures, register for one or all, because we want you guys to be successful in your ventures.
Where will that take place? Here?
Right here at Spark Media and Culture Center. There will be music, food, vibes, networking, especially networking. We want you guys to network with each other, come help each other's businesses, all the things. So come outside. Come outside. This week, food will be sponsored by Finn's Fusion, located at 1191 Blue Hill Ave. Go get your fried bakes.
Come outside.
Come outside. Let's get this show started. Let's go. Spark FM Online, Saucy and Friends.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
You are enjoying the miracle of radio.
The all-new Spark FM. The People Station.
What is that?
I didn't get to change the beat.
I liked it though. It flowed. It kind of went into each other. Today is the 3rd of June, the 3rd day of June. We are officially and regularly halfway through the year. It's the second quarter, the second half of the year. Make it count. I don't really have a lot of motivation for you guys today, but do more or do less than what you did last year.
Better.
Last 6 months.
We try to be better than yesterday every day. That's it.
That's it. That's what she said.
Yeah.
Do that right there.
Yeah.
Yesterday there was lots and lots of birthdays. Today there are lots and lots more. I got to make sure I shout out my goddaughter one more time and Latoya Baxter because they was outside having a good time. Mm-hmm. Today is going to be partly cloudy conditions expected around 4 p.m. and wind gusts up to 8 miles per hour. It's currently 66 degrees. It will reach a high of 77 later on today and drop down to about 54 tonight, which I don't mind. I like it when it plummet down to the ground at night so I can cover up my blanket.
And with my fan too.
Yes.
Don't plummet too much.
Don't plummet. Stay around 50. That's good.
Yeah.
That feels nice.
Yeah.
So that's where we are today. The next couple of days, however, are going to be hot.
Yeah.
Wednesday is going to be 85. Thursday, 88 American degrees. And Friday it's going to rain, but it's going to be 81 degrees. So, and the whole weekend is going to rain. All right. That looks stupid.
12th weekend. That'll be the 12th.
The 12th weekend of
rain.
raining. I wonder why it only happens on the weekend. Does it save itself?
Yeah.
Let's
builds
save all this water and drop it on Friday.
Too, with the temperature spiking up to as hot as it is, that it has to that sounds like something that would happen.
With that said, people, let's get into the around the way news. Miss Tony, what you got for us here on the line?
Well, updates on our young man from Milford, the student that was detained. Attorney demands immediate release of Milford, Massachusetts student detained by ICE. 18-year-old Massachusetts high school student who was detained by federal immigration agents on Saturday must be kept in the state for at least 72 hours, a federal judge said Monday. His attorney asked for his immediate release. Milford High School junior Marcelo Gomez da Silva was detained by Immigration and Customs agents while he was traveling to volleyball practice Saturday morning, according to friends and family.
And here's the
Gomez
clip.
da Silva out of state. They have to give the court 2 days notice. Now, the Milford High School junior was arrested on Saturday on his way to his volleyball practice. He's currently being held at a detention center in Burlington. ICE now says they're actually looking for Gomez da Silva's father, who is currently not in custody when that 18-year-old was detained. But despite their intended target, federal agents say the teen is in the U.S. illegally. And when pressed by News Center 5 about the arrest, the acting director of ICE gave few answers.
He's an a-hole.
So where is he? Is he having due process? Does he have a lawyer?
Yeah, well, the whole due process thing, ICE doesn't just scoop people off the street and remove
Yes, they
them.
do.
Everyone gets due process.
No, they don't.
Now, hundreds of Milford High School students walked out of class yesterday demanding Gomez da Silva's release. Governor Maura Healey is also calling for his immediate release from ICE custody. Gomez da Silva's lawyer says the teen is from Brazil originally. He's here on a lapsed student visa and that he is applying for asylum. Court records show the teen has no criminal record anywhere. Reporting live in Milford, Matt Reed, WCVB News Center 5.
Wow. That is awful.
What do you do with that information? You know, like
he's a little boy.
What
I mean,
he
he's
did
not, but you know.
What did he do? Like, why did you guys even pick him up? I just feel like the focus should be on criminals. Yeah. And I don't mean like, oh, they stole a bag of chips from the convenience store when they were 13 and they was only here for 2 days. You know, I mean a criminal, a violent act that they committed upon somebody or someone once upon a time. Mm-hmm. Is Kilmar Garcia still in El Salvador?
Oh, I don't think he's back. We would have known that. We definitely haven't heard about that.
You see how that's died down though? Like Kilmar was literally like the poster boy for detention, and now we don't hear anything about him, whether it's an update or not an update. He just been sitting in that El Salvador jail hanging out for 4 months.
That name is
Kilmar?
Kilmar.
Yeah, it's not a good one for him.
No,
it should be like Jonathan.
Yeah. Or Jack.
Jesus or something like you guys will want to arrest Jesus.
Bill Kilmar Garcia.
If they would arrest Jesus, they would arrest you.
They did arrest Jesus.
Exactly.
They did. Largest ever ICE operation results in nearly 1,500 illegals arrested in blue states.
And this is from Fox News, and I heard this, and I don't believe it.
What is the blue state? Us,
yeah.
ICE sources told Fox News all the targeted criminals were roaming the streets of Massachusetts towns freely before being apprehended.
And you know that's a lie in itself because immigrants don't even come out their house no more.
Right. Operation Patriot, the largest ever ICE operation, resulted in the arrest of nearly 1,500 illegals, including murderers, rapists, drug traffickers, and sex predators in the deep blue sanctuary city, heavy state of Massachusetts.
That's good.
Wow.
Drama.
Wow.
Jeez Louise.
My goodness.
I don't know if this is correct because don't you think we would have heard something about it before Fox News?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Fox News is a farce.
Here goes the clip.
It's crazy.
Just outside of Boston, ICE arrests this Salvadoran illegal alien on El Salvador's most wanted list.
Illegal alien.
He has an Interpol red notice warrant out for his arrest for aggravated murder and kidnapping. Fox News was given exclusive access to ICE's elite Boston team as they made arrests across Massachusetts of illegal aliens accused and convicted of egregious crimes.
This car is going to pick you up, right?
Including this convicted child rapist from El Salvador. He was deported in 2017, but illegally returned to the U.S.
Oh, he gotta
ICE
go.
found him living right next to
He's
this
a bad
playground.
hombre.
So you guys just snagged a previously deported, convicted child rapist living 100 yards from a child's playground. Is that unusual out here?
Not in Massachusetts. It's not unusual due to the open border policies.
Who is she? Christy
Fox
Nome?
witness ICE arrest this Colombian alien charged with sexual assault of a child who was released from local custody. And this Dominican alien facing local charges for fentanyl distribution, also released by the locals. Away from our cameras, ICE arrested this Guatemalan alien charged with aggravated child rape and this Honduran man facing rape charges. Both were released by local jurisdictions with no notification to ICE.
Tim Waltz is out there saying you guys are the Gestapo.
Tim Waltz needs to remember that we're a law enforcement agency, a federal law enforcement agency, and when politicians use ICE as a political football. They put the men and women of ICE's lives in jeopardy every single day.
I don't
So
even believe
people
that she's an ICE
think
agent.
about that
Me
when they go
either.
to
I
sleep
think
at
she's
night.
got a vest from somewhere.
Yeah.
They were like, anybody want to speak
And
to the
Brett,
news?
earlier today, the Supreme Court ruled that the Trump administration can move forward, at least for now, with deporting more than 500,000 migrants who flew into the U.S. as part of President Biden's controversial CHNV mass parole program. Now, 2 of those migrants were Haitian men who got arrested for raping and sexually assaulting children right here in Massachusetts. We'll send it back to you.
The numbers make sense to those people. Like they arrested over 500,000, which is 500,000, right? Mm-hmm. And 2 of those men were rapists.
Yeah.
Something seems wrong to me.
I encourage us not to report any news from Fox News. Because that was bull doo-doo.
Hold on. Have you guys ever done yourself a favor and watched Fox News?
No.
No funny business. Just turn it on for 10 minutes. And I think that you would sit there with your mouth in awe like, holy smokes, is legitimately a whole network devised on dramatic lies.
That's crazy.
And they believe it and they feel it in their heart and they know it because they sit there with a paper with the numbers on it, and I don't think there's any label to what the numbers are, and they just say words.
That's scary to me.
It's insane. It is crazy. Absolutely crazy.
That is wild.
Yeah.
A serial mass and cast rapist gets 28 to 34 years in prison.
Deport him.
A New Hampshire man who kept driving down to mass and cast to rape women was sentenced to 28 to 34 years in state prison, the Suffolk County District Attorney's Office said.
You guys think that abuelita that's been here since she was 10 years old and is now 58 is the problem?
This MF is 25 years old.
25.
And
25 years old.
Just coming down here to rape.
Suffolk Superior Court jury convicted Maxwell Newman, 25, of Newton, New Hampshire, on May 16th on 4 counts of rape, 3 counts of assault and battery, 2 counts of assault to rape, and 1 count of assault and battery with a dangerous weapon. Judge Deborah Squires Lee sentenced Newman today after noting his repeated acts of violence and deliberate targeting of vulnerable women and degrading treatment, the DA's office reports. Prosecutors say Newman drove into the mass and cast area at least 3 times in the spring of 2023 to rape women. He should have gotten
castrated
babies and
cut it off.
AIDS and
neuter him
and freaking psoriasis plaques on his penis, because that you're disgusting.
That's so much things on his penis.
Yeah, he should have gotten all those things. After smashing one woman's head to the ground and telling her to pretend like you like it as he raped her outside of a Sunoco station around 1:30 a.m. on June 12, 2023. She should have stabbed him in the neck with a needle.
In the face.
He returned to the area that night and convinced another woman to get into his car. Newman drove her around Boston, then to his home in New Hampshire, and then to a parking lot in Pemberton State Park in Lawrence, the DA's office report. There's a whole story about what he did. 2 fishermen were walking back to their car when they heard the victim screaming and observed Newman on top of her. The victim was observed to be actively bleeding with fresh swelling bruises and abrasions to her face. The victim reported being punched in the face, beaten, and raped, but did not fight back because she feared for her life. Wow. Detectives were able to identify Newman through the video footage showing Newman entering and exiting the state park in his Kia Forte. Video obtained from the cars.
Kia Forte? You doing that in the Kia Forte?
This is
golly.
Video obtained from his car's dash cam and his cell phone also corroborated some of the Newman's interactions with the victims. Oh. In October of 2023, detectives received a CODIS hit indicating that DNA from the first two assaults were from the same perpetrator. The DNA sample obtained via court order after Newman's June 24th, 2023 arrest for the third rape linked him to the DNA recovered in the first 2 rapes.
After the first rape, what happened? Why'd you let him out? After the second rape,
he wasn't arrested until after the third one.
Oh, so they just didn't know who he was.
Yeah, they just had.
They probably did a rape kit and stuff like that.
Well, I mean, good for those women out there to go and get their rape kit because
these days they're not doing that.
28 to 34 years.
Maybe I'll bring this up on Friday, and no, maybe I won't because. that's controversial. What? The other day I saw somebody said that the law should state that if something like that happened to you, you should report it immediately. Mm-hmm. And for me, I guess with all of this Diddy and Cassie and all these other things like that, I feel like it sets women up better if they report it earlier, even if nothing is done with it, because at least you have that, you have that record that something happened. Even if you change your mind and you want to report, you want to, press charges years later, we still have that one piece of evidence that at least says that nobody can't say nothing to you. Nobody can't tell you that didn't happen because you at least did this.
There's so many victims of like rape and stuff like that who go and take a shower after without reporting it. And it's just I do get that. You want to like get that off of you or whatever, but it is best for you to go immediately, I think, in my opinion, for you to go immediately to have that checked out, get the rape kit, get the DNA evidence, whatever you may have under your nails, all of that stuff, in order to just get the proceedings going. You know, it's awful. I couldn't imagine.
I don't even want to imagine. So I'm not even, that's just my opinion. Like, I would just have to get that situated. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it. After this, I don't even want to talk to y'all, but I just want y'all to have this somewhere.
Yeah. The Back Bay Dunkin' Donuts has been temporarily closed. In fact, inspectors found gross unsanitary conditions. I actually saw a video of this the other day. Did you see the video? That was really gross. The inspection yielded 18 violations, including pest problems, unsafe food preparation, and unclean surfaces. Commuters at the Back Bay MBTA station won't be running on Dunkin' for a while after inspectors found gross unsanitary conditions at the store, including rat droppings and a live cockroach.
Wasn't they actually found a rat swimming with the donut, like hanging out with the donuts?
Was it just one rat? I thought it was more than one.
I don't know, but riddle me this, Batman. I thought they made fresh donuts every day.
And they brought them in. I thought that the truck brings them every day from the donut.
Oh, see, that's crazy. I thought that they was backstage. They was back in making them in the bag.
No. A truck brings the donuts every day.
Really?
That's why they be running out of donuts.
Get out of here.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Now that makes sense. I'm like, how the hell y'all don't make more? There's no more glazed donuts. Make the hell more.
Yeah.
Seen that video circulating social media, and some of them had not. And when we shared it with them, well, take a look for yourself.
Oh. Oh yeah, I see it.
This is what MBTA Back Bay commuters are reacting to. Video circulating social platforms shows a rat crawling through what appears to be a batch of donuts.
Oh.
It's eating the donut.
City of Boston Inspectional Services data shows this Dunkin' Donuts location at the MBTA Back Bay station was shut down on Wednesday after an inspection was conducted. Some of the findings include multiple rat droppings between the wall and donut display unit at the counter, and a live cockroach was also observed near a sandwich station.
We don't know which diseases these rats have, and then if they sell these
we don't know what
donuts,
diseases.
we don't know if it could have a health issue for people.
It doesn't matter if it has. It could be a clean rat
Boston
at the
25
pet store.
crews observed the inside gate open briefly and then close shut. Multiple employees were seen inside the location. Another employee seen with a trash bin at an outside entrance. I tried to get answers from employees myself.
Do we know why?
Yeah, because it's a holy moly donut shop.
Oh my God.
Oh, that is nasty.
I mean, the thing is that we know that many restaurants and facilities have rodents, right? We just don't want to see them in the place, and we just don't want to see them on the food.
It is.
Like, that's just, I don't want to see them. We just don't want to see them.
It is a train station.
Yeah, I mean that's another excellent point, Luanda. Train stations are notorious for having rats, and if you're definitely leaving sweet food outside, I'ma eat it too if I was a rat. What you mean? I got a whole rack of Donuts, and I'm a rat. I'm gonna go sit in there.
But who the rat afraid of if it's just in there with people watching it? What? Like I'm tired of people being like, those animals are more afraid of you than you are afraid of them. Then why am I seeing him?
Who recorded that?
I don't think I want Dunkins anymore.
Who recorded that?
Who recorded that?
I don't know.
Who recorded that? Like, that had to be from a recording of somebody's phone to be that close.
I mean, you know, we saw videos of rats in one of our favorite little places a couple years back, and
mad years back,
and we stopped. You know, going there for a little bit, and you know,
food is scrumptious now.
Food is delicious. I mean, I remember posting that you and I had breakfast at some place, you know, down Mattapan Square one time, and somebody was like, "I don't go there because they have mice," and I was like, "Well." Did the mouse run into your food? Did it run through your plate? Or what?
I remember in college when we were going to a drive-thru and we was with a whole bunch of people in the drive-thru. And I think, you know, in college you making noise and somebody's like, be quiet before they spit in your food. And one of the dudes was like, you know how much spit you've eaten in your life? I was like, touche. I would never know. I would hope not, but you know, I wouldn't actually know.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
that was like a core memory in college. Like, you got that.
That's crazy. And then last but not least, an update on Karen Reed. They did have a dog expert, defense team dog bite expert says John O'Keefe's injuries came from a dog. But in stark contrast to that, the prosecution had an expert too who bought himself the same model of car, her Lexus, right? She was driving a Lexus. Mm-hmm. Bought that same model of car, reenacted the whole scene or whatever, and he said that the marks definitely came from the
Did
car.
we get to see it? Like, how
they
you
did have video of that, of him reenacting.
And then how do you reenact something like that?
Yeah.
What do you use with it? A dummy?
It was him himself, and he used it as like, I saw the video of him like brushing up the car or something like that, and he said that it is very consistent with the fact that her tail light broke out and the scratches on the arm are consistent with that. So I don't know. It's half a dozen of one,
for me,
12 of the
I
other,
feel like there would be distinct marks of a dog.
Yeah.
Versus I can see that. You would still tear the skin and stuff, but wouldn't there be like a different type of puncture wound or something? I don't know. That's so interesting.
Yeah. So this is defense dog bite expert Dr. Marie Russell told jurors that she reluctantly agreed to work for Karen Reed's defense after reaching out to attorneys last year with an offer to clarify whether John O'Keefe's arm injuries could have come from a dog attack. Did you want to get involved, they asked her? No, not really. Picking up her testimony following the lunch break, Russell stated her belief that O'Keefe's arm wounds are the result of dog bites or claw marks, and confirmed she holds that opinion to a reasonable degree of medical certainty.
You know, like, I feel like reenacting something, you can reenact something the way that you want it to go. And it could look like the way that it would have gone. And like you can reenact it to make it be what you want it to be. It's not like a accidental hit. Like you are purposely using all of the information to now make this scene what you need it to be.
There's no way that would
the
car
and
back
I think that I would I would trust the dog medical expert over somebody who's reenacting an accident. So
and that's not he's
interesting.
Was he an official reenactor?
Reenactor.
I mean, I would think so, right?
I'm a professional accident reenactor.
They're not gonna be like, I study accidents, so I know this is what it is. I don't think they would they would bring that man to be a part of their defense.
But they would call me to testify. I was outside and I decided to run an experiment.
Yeah.
I think I should bring this to the court.
Listen, what had happened was I happened to have that same car in my junkyard, so I reenacted. But so Karen Reed. It's
so boring.
I'm over it. Karen Reed, Diddy trials, same thing.
Y'all pick what y'all want these people. Y'all want them to go to jail or not? Because we tired.
And right quick, like, what are we drawing this out for?
Yeah.
Did it do it or didn't do it? All right. All right.
Due process.
And that is the local news.
Wow. That is the local news. So we will take a small commercial break and we'll be right back in a few moments. We would like you to keep it locked until that time.
Please keep it locked.
Good afternoon.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Tues.
You are now listening to Spark.
My name is Ariel. I moved to the U.S. at 19. I spoke no English and I struggled finding job opportunities. Everything I have, I owe to the Adult Literacy Center and getting my high school diploma at age 22.
It was an honor helping you achieve your greatness. Now you're helping others achieve theirs. It inspires me.
When you graduate, they graduate. Find free and supportive adult education centers near you at finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad.
Prioritize your mental well-being with Kuji Jakalia Wellness Center, a Black woman-owned therapy practice committed to culturally affirming care that understands you. Our licensed therapists specialize in personalized care, offering virtual sessions Monday through Friday by appointment because your healing should fit your schedule.
At Kuji Wellness, we embrace the principle of Kuji Jakalia, meaning self-determination, the power to define, create, and speak for ourselves. Your healing journey is yours to own, and we're here to support you every step of the way. We also offer individual, child, couple, and family therapy, helping families connect, heal, and thrive together.
Visit us at KujiWellness.com and book your appointment, because when you heal, the community heals too.
Eunice Production, Friends Lifestyle Group presents their 9th annual Togetherness Boat Ride. It's the Animal Print Edition. Happens to be Saturday, July the 19th. Boarding times at 7 p.m. We sail at 8 p.m. sharp. There's going to be 2 floors of music. Your Latin DJ, DJ Sergio, DJ Alfredito, DJ Yomi, and your Caribbean DJ, You Major, and Vital Rhythms, featuring live performances by Your Fugo, Punta Group, and Tempo Rhythm International. Sound system provided by Ross Entertainment. This is all going to be taking place at 70 Rose Wharf. Get your tickets right now at togetherness.eventbrite.com. Regular tickets are $65. Same day tickets are $75. It's a 21+ event. And do remember, there's a drinks inclusive party bus available to and from the dock for only $60. For more information, contact 617-719-3972 or 646-379-4889. It's the 9th annual Togetherness Boat Ride. Get your tickets now.
Finally Home is a must-read, step-by-step guide that will equip any first-time home buyer with the knowledge they need to confidently make informed decisions. This book provides answers in simple and clear terms to most, if not all, of the questions you may have about credit, home ownership, and generational wealth. Finally Home equips the reader with the confidence to be engaged with the home buying process without feeling vulnerable or exploited. Tailor-Made Real Estate Easy is not just a catchy hashtag. It is real estate agent and radio personality Taylor Andre's goal. A goal to simplify one of the most challenging processes you will go through as an adult. A goal to educate you properly on credit and teach you the strategies to finding the home of your dream. It is not just a good book or an easy read. It is the secret to a seamless home buying experience.
Often I hear people talking about how high their electricity bills are. Massachusetts has programs that everyday homeowners pay for, but never look into. Have you ever considered why some homes have panels and others don't? If you have Eversource, National Grid, or Unitil for electricity, you are paying for your neighbors to get panels at no cost. The charges are on the bill. Why not get someone to pay for yours? This program also helps with re-roofing, tree cutting, and electrical upgrades. If you're tired of short-term solutions for a long-term problem, connect with Bakari to find out if your home meets the requirements to upgrade at no cost out of pocket. Save the planet, future-proof your family for power outages, and save tens of thousands of dollars on an otherwise lifelong bill. Mention Spark when you call or text SPARK to 617-833-8940 to get 2 months off your power bill covered if your home gets...
Boston's new home for urban Caribbean music. Spark FM. Spark FM. Playing all your favorite hits from reggae. Spark FM.
If you know man swing the way you are gonna see a million.
We not take on go long just like the Amazon.
Spark FM.
I know that life is not easy. No say we are for win, yeah. Walk with the camera like Jesus.
Soca. Hip hop.
Yeah, we on and we going crazy.
R&B.
You could do damage. You could do damage.
Afrobeats and much more. Spark FM. Spark FM.
My food yesterday just did.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
Oh, yes. I was like, good gracious, ass is bodacious. Sunbathed lumber below laces. Sticking on my rock and a room-garoo. Sugar on my rock and a room-garoo. I believe it, sweet believe it. Me and my wax to my reading. Ducking them and the dumping and I do like, girl, I think my butt getting big. Oh, yes.
That is the biggest remix.
Those are the parts I know.
Biggest remix.
Those are the parts that I know. Let's see. National news. It's time for our national news. And let's see what we have here. Ukraine deliberately blindsided Trump before massive drone attack on Russia. Yeah. I wonder why this is headline. Ukraine had to tell Russia, had to tell Trump
about
what
that
happened.
too. Like, why do they have to tell him? Who
They
the
gotta
hell
get-
is he?
They got to get permission to defend themselves. That's crazy.
Yeah.
President Donald Trump was deliberately left in the dark about Ukraine's unprecedented drone strike in Russia on Sunday, which destroyed nearly a third of the Kremlin's strategic bomb fleet in a surprise attack. Yes, I like to read things like that. The large scale.
Go Ukraine.
You got go Zelensky. It's your birthday. The large scale drone attack saw a fleet of drones scattered all across Russia, carrying out simultaneous attacks on 5 air bases, wiping out 40 irreplaceable military bombers worth an estimated $7 billion American dollars,
Damn.
which have been used to rain terror upon Ukrainian civilians. Yo, this is reading like a end of a movie.
Yo, this is war.
That's dope. Operation Spiderweb took over 18 months to plan and was personally overseen by Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky, a source told CBS News. Drones were smuggled deep into Russia in wooden crates on the back of trucks, which were later opened remotely, allowing the drones to take off. Among the targets hit was the Belaya Air Base in Russia's Far East region, located more than 2,500 miles away from Ukraine. During the evening address on Sunday, Zelensky said 117 drones had been deployed in the attack and that Ukraine's base of operations in Russia had even been located next to a branch of the FSB, Russia's intelligence agency. What did I say? Ukraine's base of operations in Russia. They got a base of operations in Russia? The White House, however, has declined to comment on the attack, with an administration source confirming to News Nation on Sunday that Trump was not informed about the operations before it had taken. Don't Trump also not read his briefing? So even if it was in there, he probably wouldn't have read it?
Somebody should have read it to him.
He don't want to listen to him. He don't care to have them. Oh, is this the attack? Yo, this is lit. Wow. And
they gonna be like, Ukraine bought them drones with the money that Joe Biden gave them.
So now they gonna come over here and try to bomb us. And then half of our military is gay, so they've been ousted from the. Let me stop. They've been taken away out of the military, so we don't even got nobody to fight for us no more. The White House, however, has declined to comment on the attack, with an administration source confirming to News Nation on Sunday that Trump has not been informed of the operation before it had taken place. While no official reason has been given for the snub, it comes just months after the U.S. announcement it would stop sharing military intelligence with Ukraine unless progress was made at the peace talks. Trump's longtime fondness for Vladimir Putin and public dislikes of Zelensky is also likely a key factor in Kiev's reluctance to share information with the president.
Duh.
I mean, what the hell are we even reading or write or?
Why do we gotta tell him?
Why is it? Let me see.
Why do we gotta tell him?
I'm trying to figure out why we had to. We are doing everything to protect our independence. Ukrainian president said his priorities include a complete and unconditional ceasefire and the return of abducted prisoners and children. Operation Spiderweb follows a similarly huge drone strike from Russia on Sunday night, in which the Kremlin launched 472 drones and 7 missiles at Ukrainian military bases and infrastructure, the biggest drone attack in the war to date. 12 military personnel were killed in the attack and 60 more injured. I just want them to tell me if there was a reason that he had to know.
And why would they tell him? Why would we tell him?
Because he's clearly on Putin's side.
Right.
So if I told you that we were staging a drone attack, I just don't trust that you wouldn't tell them that we were staging a drone attack.
Furthermore, who the F is he that I gotta tell him what the F I'm doing? I don't understand that. What he got to do with me?
Yeah, like I'm reading the comments here, and it's like, so what? Russia hasn't been diplomatic in trying to end the war. They've also reneged on ceasefires. Russia won't have much of a military left after it's all said and done. They don't want to end the war. Anyone since it's keeping their economy functioning. As we suggested here, that Putin alerts Trump on Russia. Like, there was like, are we suggesting that Putin alerts Trump on Russia's war plans? Like, is that a thing that I have to pass it through the president of the United States first while I'm dealing with the war with another country?
Yeah, like I don't understand.
I don't get it. I mean, I still wouldn't tell him now.
Yeah.
More white South Africans arrive in the U.S. under a refugee program. This is fun. This is so good.
This is so interesting. This is rich.
A second group of white South Africans has arrived in the United States under a refugee program announced by the Trump administration. Officials and advocacy groups said on Monday. Let's go to the clip. Oh, it's kind of long. Let's start there, though.
Controversial offer of refugee status. According to reports, there is another group of white South Africans who have quietly arrived in the U.S. seeking asylum under a new policy announced earlier this year by President Trump. The policy claims to offer protection to those fleeing what the president describes as white genocide and persecution in South Africa. A claim that has been widely disputed by Pretoria as well as by experts. Now, this marks the second wave of arrivals coming weeks after a first group of around 50 Afrikaners landed in the United States. The latest group is reportedly smaller, but is being resettled across several states. Trade unions and civil organizations in South Africa claim that up to 8,000 white South Africans, mostly Afrikaner farming communities, are expected to be resettled in the U.S. in the coming months. Now, this comes after President Trump signed an executive order in February cutting foreign aid to South Africa, citing what he called systemic persecution of whites.
Oh, wow.
He also promised a special pathway to refugee status for the Afrikaner minority, a move that has drawn strong criticism from international observers.
Yeah, Didi just said in the comments that that's funny because she heard that one of the people from the first group killed his wife. Danielle, you were telling us about that the other day. What you mean? He killed her hair?
I get, yeah, in like North Afrikaner killed wife. Let's see. The term Sharian, who was accused of orchestrated, dentist convicted of killing wife.
I have a South African expat killed in suspected domestic violence.
Yes, that one. By her husband, she was killed by.
What is it? Open it. It's opening. The Fairfax County Police Department has confirmed the arrest of 32-year-old Alexander Town following a domestic-related homicide at a residence in Chantilly, Virginia. Town was taken into custody on the evening of Saturday, May 24th, after allegedly assaulting and killing his wife, South African national Kim Lee White, also 32. A police official stated that Town himself called law enforcement to report the incident. Kim Lee White, who attended Trafalgar.
You can kill people as long as you report it and you are a refugee.
Oh.
What?
No, I'm saying to what you said.
Oh.
It doesn't mention here that he is a refugee, but it does an Afrikaner an Afrikaner originally from Cape Town now and staying in the United States has killed his wife. Yep. Alexander Town. Yeah. A woman from the Afrikaner U.S. refugee group is facing heat over alleged home worth millions and decade-long career. There's all kinds of things in here about these Afrikaners.
I guess I'm concerned.
Yeah.
The white people that are for the deportation of everybody but white people, when they see stories, not necessarily the killing, but when they see that these refugees are being brought here due to the unfair practices in their country that have been they don't care if it's unsubstantiated. The same thing that can't possibly apply to other countries that are dealing with the actual same thing?
No.
Because he seized all refugee programs indefinitely, but are creating new ones for the white people, and people don't see a problem with that.
I mean, he's trying to get the international students out of Harvard. He wants them to leave Harvard. All this stuff. It doesn't. There are things that do not apply to anybody except for who he says it applies to. Larry Hoover and white Afrikaners is who his things, his policies apply to. I guess. I don't understand.
I guess that's why, it's just very hard to even
take America seriously.
Yeah, like it's okay. All right. I mean, okay, if you let 59 white refugees in here, is it possible that you can let 59 black refugees in here? Or because they're white, they just have more value?
If it's white, it's all right.
If it's white, it's right.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Keeping it moving with the foolishness today. What else we have? Suspect in Boulder anti-Semitic attack is charged with a federal hate crime. Here's what we know. Oh, people can still get charged with a hate crime now?
This guy was, they were calling this a terrorist attack, weren't they, on Sunday?
A man yelling "Free Palestine" used incendiary devices and makeshift flamethrowers to attack people calling for the release of Israeli hostages Sunday in Colorado, and the authorities are calling a targeted anti-Semitic attack. Witnesses describe seeing huge flames and people pouring buckets of water onto burning victims. At least 12 people were injured, including 4 women and 4 men between the ages of 52 and 88. Where the hell did he find them?
It's called a makeshift flamethrower. The attack took place at a weekly gathering of Jewish community members meant to support the hostages taken during the October 7th attacks in Israel in 2023, according to the Anti-Defamation League. Another video shows a police officer arresting the suspect. Authorities said Solomon was injured during the attack and was taken to a hospital. Boulder's police chief said several victims are being treated for injuries.
Yeah.
It is unclear if Solomon has an attorney at this time.
Your voice is...
Oh, it was just so monotone and boring.
I was so tired.
Boring.
He wasn't.
So what? He was throwing fire at people like a hidden dragon.
Yeah, and bombs, right? Did they say he had something like bombs? He was throwing at,
flamethrowers.
Yeah. I'm tired of y'all calling it Mazel Tovs.
What's it called? Molotov.
Molotov.
Mazel Tov.
Mazel Tov.
Oh, so he was he was saying free Palestine while throwing flames at the elderly.
Yes.
Oh boy.
It was a gathering of Jewish people that gather every week. So that's why that's the issue. It's anti-Semitic what he did because he was throwing it at the Jew.
There was a sex scandal at the everything.
I figured it out.
Man, listen, the news is harassing me.
What's the sex scandal?
Elon Musk accused of sexual misconduct with multiple female employees at Space. I mean, he has 14 children. The man is on ketamine and Tussy. What do you think that he would be doing in there besides running his white ass up on suspecting women who still ain't gonna say nothing because, Trump. But let's go to. Oh, I thought you had that one.
Yeah, next story.
In the next story. So let me see. Oh, here goes the clip right now. This is terrible. This is 12 people injured in a stabbing attack at Oregon homeless shelter. That's terrible.
Yeah.
Because there's no security at the homeless shelter, which don't make no sense. A dozen people were injured in stabbing attack at an Oregon. What's in Oregon? Homeless shelter on Sunday night, and the suspect was arrested. A man with an 8-inch knife walked into the lobby of the Union Gospel Mission in Salem around 7:15 p.m. The Salem Police Department said on Monday the man had been talking to people in the lobby when he allegedly pulled out a knife and stabbed several people. Other people in the vicinity were hurt when they tried to intervene. The man then left the building and stabbed others who were nearby.
Oh, wow.
He sounds like a piece of work.
He
Let's
was on
go
a
to this
stabbing
clip.
spree.
He sounds like a domestic terrorist.
Take a look at this police presence. An investigation still very active and ongoing. Our information is still unfolding, but here's what we do know so far. Salem police say 11 people were stabbed at the Union Gospel Mission of Salem, a men's shelter, at around 7 o'clock Sunday evening. We don't know if those people are okay. 11 victims and allegedly one perpetrator. Police say they do have a male suspect in custody, but they haven't told us who that man is. They do say that the 911 calls reporting multiple stabbings began coming in at around 7:15 Sunday evening. Police did shut down Commercial Street Northeast to traffic and have surrounded the building. We'll continue learning more about the moments that led up to this violence. Nearly a dozen people stabbed in Salem Sunday evening. For now.
That's crazy. Like the Handmaid's Tale. Just stabbing up men. Did you watch it? Did you finish it?
Yes, I did. I mean, it was lackluster.
Yeah.
But to end it, I guess they couldn't really do much more.
They could have given it back, Hannah.
Okay, that's the part that pissed me off.
Yep.
We have been sitting through 6 seasons of Handmaid's Tale for one reason.
Yep.
One reason at the helm of all of this.
Yep.
It wasn't to save the handmaids. It wasn't to do any of that. It was for one reason.
Yep.
And that reason has not been accomplished by the end of the show.
Nope.
And that pissed me off.
That made me angry. I was angry about it, and I was highly disappointed.
And then I thought that, I'm only not saying everything that's going on, I thought that at one point when they had asked her to come and identify or whatever, that that would have happened, or that it would have happened later on, and it never did. That was stupid.
Yep.
See,
I mean, at this point, like, I called Tony, like, tell me the foolishness before I get upset.
Yep.
They're like, the Handmaid's Tale, the premise is that this family was separated, and she was made a handmaid. Her daughter was stolen and given to other people, and her husband was the only one that managed to escape. So the whole 6 seasons, we have been trying to fight for Hannah, to get Hannah back. Hannah has been making little cameos throughout the 6 seasons. She's seen her a couple times.
The last episode, she was all in the last episode.
All in the last episode. And now, all of a sudden, Hannah coming closer, but Hannah still ain't free.
Wow.
You know?
You just destroyed it.
I mean, it don't matter. It needs to be destroyed because Handmaid set me up for failure.
It did. It did. That's why I told Didi. Right. I told Danielle. I said, watch episode 8 and 9. Don't worry about watching 10 because it's stupid.
LaWanda said in the book they don't get.
Okay. Thank you, LaWanda.
Wow. That's disappointing.
No,
y'all should have told me that from the
exactly. I should have read the book. I got the book.
Do you?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I know.
Keeping it moving. New York Times defense report on Elon Musk drug use says he's lashing out because he doesn't like our article. Yeah, I wouldn't want anybody to tell the world about my ketamine use while I was, slashing people's lives in half. But whatever. The New York Times defends its reporting on Elon Musk's drug use after he claimed that the publication was lying in its article that claimed he was, among other things, taking so much ketamine, a powerful anesthetic, that it was affecting his bladder, a known effect of chronic use. He took ecstasy and psychedelic mushrooms. Over over the weekend, Musk attacked the reports from Kristen Grind and Megan, writing on X that, to be clear, I am not taking drugs. Probably at that time that you was typing. The New York Times was lying their ass off. No, I don't think so. I tried prescription ketamine a few years ago.
Prescription ketamine.
And you still have them, and you most likely buy them with cash. And said no on X. So this not even news. It helps for getting out of the dark mental holes, but haven't taken it since then. No, you take it every day, several times a day, all the time, and nobody believes that you're not a drug addict. That was the most believable thing that he's ever said.
A black eye the other day. The interview we showed yesterday.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
He said it was his son. He said his son X
punched himself in the face.
He said his son X punched him in the face, and that was a reason.
X seemed like a little bastard.
Well, that is our national news, and when we'll get back, we'll spend some time in the entertainment. So keep it locked right here, Spark FM Online.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
What is this, Doctor? This is well, Spark of New England, Spark FM.
Advertise your business brand or music on Spark FM. Contact us at sparkfmonline.com for more information.
Praise the Lord, City of Boston. This is Brother Chris right here on Spark FM.
Come on, sing it.
Bringing you Sunday morning worship each and every Sunday morning, 6 to 10 a.m. Let's get our praise on.
Each and every Saturday night from 6 to 9 p.m. inside the Avenue, where you bring the drinks and we bring the vibes. My name is Gary Banton alongside my co-host Big Trini right here in SparkFMOnline.com, the number one place for soca, hip-hop, R&B, and more. Each and every Saturday from 6 to 9 p.m. It's the Avenue. Moonbox Productions is thrilled to present the Boston New Works Festival, taking place June 26th to June 29th at the Calderwood Pavilion and the Boston Center for the Arts. The Boston New Works Festival is a weekend-long festival of celebrating new original plays by local playwrights. 7 original plays, 5 different stages, and 1 wild weekend. Tickets are $25 per show. Pay what you wish. Tickets are available at the box office. Get your tickets now at BostonTheaterScene.com. That's June 26th to June 29th. The Boston New Works Festival.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad. Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path, because when you talk, they hear you. Learn more at underagedrinking.samhsa.gov. Boston's new home for urban Caribbean music. Spark FM. Spark FM. Playing all your favorite hits from reggae. Spark FM.
If you know my swing where you are gonna see a million. We got it gon' go long just like the Amazon.
Spark FM.
I know that life is not easy. No say we are for winning. Walk with the camera like easy.
Soca. Hip hop.
Yeah, we going crazy.
R&B.
You could do damage. You could do damage.
Afrobeats and much more. Spark FM. Spark FM.
Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
Rina dream. Hot and groovy. Is that the song? Is that the name of this song?
Jam down.
Okay. So, I wanted to touch on this subject because I don't know if we talked about it. The Vibes Cartel issue with the One Caribbean Festival. What do you guys know about that so far? Before I ask my initial question,
we spoke about it yesterday briefly.
Just what we talked about yesterday.
So, what do you feel about that? Do you feel like it was right for him to not show up at all, or like is it the promoter's fault?
$2,000.
Yeah.
How much was it? 15?
He got $950,000. And well, this is according to this talk. He got $950K. It was about 1.2 or 1.3 that he owed. That they owed him. And he's saying that they didn't get it. That they didn't get it. Huh?
The 0.3.
The 0.3. Well, the all the way to the million. The rest of all the rest of them, whatever. Which was probably like 15% that they didn't get. I don't know the numbers. 35. But this is what I saw this today, and this is what Vibes Cartel was supposed to perform in Trinidad during Trinidad Carnival. They decided to cancel the event. They rescheduled the event.
He decided to cancel the event.
So apparently he decided to cancel his appearance because he didn't feel like it was appropriate to have dance hall during Trinidad Carnival. That's what he said that he said. Fast forward, they rescheduled it to last weekend. They were supposed to, according to many reports, they were supposed to get subsidied or something like that by Trinidad. When the new regime got in, or the new administration got in after the local election, there was a lot of rules and stipulations based off, and I'm gonna assume that they reneged on what they were supposed to sponsor or whatever like that. The promoters had to come up with the rest of the money. He didn't even make it to Trinidad before he decided that he wasn't going to do the event because the promoters. Let's go to this video because I don't think I watched it properly.
All right, this is Vibes Cartel
himself.
All right, Tues.
All right.
Promoter for the Trinidad show. Remember, years me know you. Remember when you forward initially for the show. My lawyer was there. My manager was there. Remember the signing was recorded. Remember the money where you're talking about, the legal team, out of my money it forward. Because remember your ball. I mean I say, TJ, me know him long time, give him a blind. TJ reluctantly give a blind. You miss deadline after deadline. Me beg for you, Mr. TJ, give me a blind. You bring me now in a loggerheads with the government of Trinidad. Me never tell you someone do no school. My job is to perform for the people. Me's an entertainer. Me get paid to entertain. Remember, you wanted to keep the show during Carnival. Me look for you, me say you can't do that. Don't mess with the culture. Carnival, Trinidad.
Can you pause this for 1 second? I value that he said that because remember when he was supposed to go, there was such a big controversy around, and that was Beanie Man was there, and this person was there, and this person was there, and the culture, and they can have different things, and we should be open to one. If the artist himself is saying it really didn't make sense for him to be there during that time, why y'all would argue with that? But go ahead.
TJ tell if you don't do it. Angostura tell if you don't do it. Cartel tell if you don't do it. Countless people tell if you don't do it. You force the issue till eventually you see say it can't work. So now you did want to bring me at loggerheads with the culture of Trinidad. Deadline after deadline, crying after crying. You just couldn't manage a cartel show, and that you need to tell the people them. In a discussion. My only regret in the situation is that the Trinidad people are them you rob out of the chance to see cartel after so many years. So you see me a positivity me I deal with and good energy. So me apologize to the Trinidad people. You got the government of Trinidad and me blame myself in some way because me should have known say and every promoter can manage Vibes Cartel. It takes a lot.
So this is what the promoter says in response to that video. He says to respond to Vibes Cartel's statement video, Vibes Cartel deadline argument is efferees because he got 80% of his money before his flight on Friday the 30th of May, the day before the show. So what effing deadline we talking about? The F up a man who would brought him to Trinidad and Tobago twice before he went to jail. So how can we say not everyone can do Vibes Cartel show pure efferees? He got paid over $1 million US. If it was an issue with the minor balance, when he came to Trinidad, and there was not an issue because the balance was available for you to collect on arrival. But if it was not, you could have cut your performance to 1 hour instead of not coming. How do you guys feel about that?
I don't know. It sounds like somebody messed up somewhere.
If you got $1 million and you were missing like $300,000 from it, wouldn't you still come to Trinidad and expect your money? And if you don't get it, then you just turn around and go.
So what? He never got on the plane?
He never got on the plane. He canceled the show from like
Cartel
Florida.
and his team were paid a total of $1.1 million, $950 directly to the artist, and another $150,000 to his legal representatives towards a $1.35 million performance. The remaining balance was available but could not be issued in cash due to legal and financial constraints.
For me, I just feel like I don't want to pay anybody all of the money before they even touch down at the event. At the event country. Like at the country.
So they did have the money to give to him?
They said they had the money. Once he came to Trinidad, he would have been given the money. How do you collect your money if you're not going to even touch foot in the country in which you're performing? And is the $300,000 that you're still supposed to get, is that enough to cancel a show and leave all of these people that traveled across the world to come see you? Like, I understand contracts. I understand that. I also know that working with artists is very, very, very difficult. Very difficult. And a lot of these times, it's just very difficult. So I don't know. I don't know.
It doesn't make a lot of sense to me that he would just not come, period.
Yeah.
I mean, because either way, if he did come and whatever, they were going to put him up and all that stuff, even if he came and
shouldn't be making
perform.
that statement himself. His management should be making that statement. It should be a professional statement, but it feels like the management somewhere messed up.
I don't like the response statement either. I feel like that could have been done in
Money's the one. Yeah,
in
ChatGPT
a better way.
ChatGPT how to say what you want to say in a nicer way.
Right.
Because like if you have contracts in place and you have all these things, and I'm personal about this because there's an artist out there that still owes me $15,000. So for me, like I just feel like you got to give a little when you're in a negotiation and you're in a partnership to do something. You're getting $1.3 million US. Golly.
Man, I guess he don't need the money.
I mean, he don't. And did he give back the promoters his money?
He just bought a new house over the weekend in Florida somewhere.
I mean, you get, like you said yesterday, $1.3 million. You could just go down here and purchase a house in cash.
Yeah.
Out for one performance.
Yeah.
And like the promoter said, why didn't you just take the performance down to 1 million? I mean, to 1 hour, if anything. I don't know, but let me mind my business because I get yelled at. Diddy's ex-assistant cries while revealing why she stayed silent on alleged assaults as she finished 3 days of testimony. We were just talking about this earlier. At least tell a cop, document. You don't got to, can't you go to the police station and be like, listen, this is what's going down. I'm in jeopardy with my life. Y'all can't say anything, but I need it to be documented. I feel like that's Sean Diddy Combs' former assistant ended her testimony on Monday with her head hung low as she tearfully explained that sharing the alleged sexual abuse she endured had been the worst thing she ever discussed. For almost the entirety of her 3 days of testimony, Mia kept her head down, unable to look up at the lawyers or the man she accused of physically, psychologically, sexually, and verbally abusing her. When asked why, Mia, a pseudonym that she's using, tearfully explained the sexual assaults and rape are the worst things that I ever had to talk about in my life. I can't look at my nieces or my goddaughter in the eyes and ever advise them if they were in this situation. You can. The ex-assistant spent several days testifying on behalf of the government in its sex trafficking case against Combs. The music mogul is accused of racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking, and transportation for prostitution purposes. He is currently on trial in a New York federal courtroom as prosecutors have accused him of abusing women to fulfill his sexual desires. Mia's testimony was part of the day's evidence that also included Mia sent positive and supportive messages to Combs multiple times between 2018 and 2023. Defense attorney accused Mia of wanting to participate in the Me Too money grab. Prosecutors called a Beverly Hills hotel employee to the stand. Combs incurred a $500 fee for oil damage at the Beverly Hotel in 2015.
Oil damage.
That's disgusting. In the Manhattan federal courtroom, Combs took his typical seat next to his defense attorney, who spent most of the day questioning Mia about her alleged abuse. The rapper and music mogul wore a light-colored sweater, dark pants, yada, yada, yada. She says, I was still deeply shamed. So basically the back and forth is that while she claims that he allegedly did all this abuse to her, she was still pretty much writing Facebook messages about how great he was and text messages and all kinds of stuff like that. And I guess for me, that's where I get the most confused. If somebody's abusing me, I'm not victim blaming. If somebody's abusing me, even if it's their birthday, it would be like an HBD. You know, like
it's Stockholm syndrome.
HBD, you know, is yeah, I agree fully with that. I guess I do believe that he is guilty of all of the crimes that they are whatevering. Yeah. I guess my real question is, how do we help other people in similar situations understand that this does nothing for you by pretending everything is good?
Yeah.
She did say in her testimony that what got her through those times, or when she was text messaging, is because those were the good times. And the good times really like good. Always like kind of made you not forget or kind of made you dismiss all of the bad things that maybe happened 2 days ago. So now he's love bombing and probably crumb dropping or whatever, and giving them all these things and giving them this life that they feel like they are. Yeah, what does that say?
Crumb dropping.
Crumb drop.
You know what's real? I just Googled. Baby oil is not a safe lubricant. Especially when using barrier methods like condom, while it's safe for skin, using it as a lubricant can damage latex and polyisoprene condoms, causing them to break and reducing their effectiveness. Additionally, it can increase the risk of infections and STIs.
He said that they said that they was using the baby oil to make the people body shine.
Shiny. He liked it very shiny. Listen. Very, very shiny.
Stop using baby oil. You know what glistens too, though? This nice little shea butter that I got from Shea Butter Baby the other day.
You know what? That's what I feel like. There should be some black power where he was using shea butter, which lasts longer, but it's not as easily lubricated, you know?
Why?
No, because you know shea butter be hardish. Oh, but you can melt it.
Yeah, mine that I'm using right now is a little melted.
Oh, see, like that's what I'm saying. Like, why didn't you use something that's more naturally, you know, whatever? Yeah. Baby oil just seems like it gives you yeast infection.
Use Astroglide or something like that.
Something KY.
Yes.
Something a little bit more healthier to use. Gross. Unfortunately, he didn't, and women suffered at his demise. So unfortunately, so. Yeah, I don't know what's going to become of this case. I think that they're proving it. They proved that, you know, he has been paying for things he has been carrying out some of these crimes in his company vehicle. He has been paying for hotel rooms and everything with his company card. When he doesn't want to use the company card, he uses somebody else's card to do it.
He should have got a Cash App card.
Shit. Boy, I tell you. Why didn't he just use cash?
Right.
Period. Offset shades Cardi B and Stephon Diggs romance after rapper says she hopes ex dies slowly.
Who's ex?
Her ex-husband.
Oh, wow.
So Offset wasted no time in responding to the news of his ex-wife Cardi B new relationship with NFL star player.
Are they divorced yet?
I don't think so.
Me either.
On Sunday, the couple went Instagram official. I guess that was a hard, what do they call it? A hard launch, when the WAP rapper shared a post featuring herself and the New England Patriots wide receiver. I didn't know he worked for the Patriots.
I found that out the other day. I found that out the other day, and I was like, that's crazy.
Okay, she has a lot of ties here in New England.
Does she?
Yeah, she does. Before she was anybody, she used to be up here with the dude Louis Armstrong out of Lynn, who used to bring her here for different parties and stuff. Like, he really they're like They're like friends. So whenever she comes to Boston, she hangs out with him too. Okay. So that's dope. On Sunday, the couple went. So, however, shortly after the post was uploaded, Offset turned to X and wrote in a since deleted tweet, "Good roll out and PR." The Migos rapper then followed up with a gif of a man throwing a basketball out of frame. But he's a footballer. Today I pass. Today I pass. The post had also since been deleted. Diggs seemingly responded to Offset's series of tweets on an Instagram story where he shared a black and white photo of himself catching a football. How immature.
Shouldn't he have caught a basketball?
Well, Stefan should have thrown. Offset should have thrown a football in the first place.
Yeah,
she's dating football.
Yeah.
So, but Stefan caught the actual football. But I see what you're saying. He should have returned it by catching a basketball. But maybe he was like, "This nigga's stupid. I don't play basketball." The 32-year-old I Like It rapper who's currently engaged in contentious divorce with Offset.
I was about to say he's engaged.
First sparked romance rumors with the football star 31 in February after they were spotted arriving together at a Miami hotel. The couple made their first appearance together last month. Wasn't he just on a boat with a bunch of white girls
and drugs
drinking Tussy?
Yeah, but she was there too.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
You're not supportive.
Who is he? Where he come from?
I've heard of his name many, many, many times. I just didn't know that he worked for us. He's kind of hot though.
He hot like Party? I love that.
No,
man.
not hot like Party, but he's hot. He's hot. He's big, black, and buff, and fast, and sexy, and tall, and slick, and all the things.
He got dreads.
He has braid.
Braids. He's right.
Braids.
Yeah.
He's a wide receiver for the New England Patriots.
He's all right.
He's okay. I'll take it. I guess.
He got one of them little faces, you know.
How tall is he? Oh no, let me see. I don't know, but he's American. It's not gonna work. Let me stop.
It's not gonna work for anybody. He's 6 feet tall.
He don't got no kids.
He's 6 feet tall. Offset is 5'9". Cardi is 5'3". I like it. I like that kind of thing.
Oh, and speaking of Offset is asking for spousal support.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Oh,
it's 3 times. He has seen Blossom only like 5 times.
8-month-old Blossom is the youngest of Cardi and Offset.
Oh, is that the baby name?
Is that the baby's name? Blossom? Did I even know it was a girl?
I didn't.
Wow.
She had the baby?
She been had. Well, duh. Yeah.
About 4 months now. Months.
The baby is 4 months old and she already got a new boyfriend? Wow.
Yes. Okay. Cardi B and Offset are still setting the details of their messy, drawn out divorce proceedings, and the Migos rapper latest money move has really effed her up. The boss had previously reported Offset has requested an unspecified amount in spousal support from his. She's 8 months. She had that baby, right? Did I know? From spousal support from his estranged wife and an amended response to her request for a divorce. Amid the news hitting the net, Cardi took to X to get some things off her chest about her soon-to-be ex-husband. She did definitely go off. Cardi also revealed that she did not petition for child support for her 3 children. She shares with the rapper Culture, 6, Wave 3, and Blossom. Culture, Wave, and Blossom.
Wow.
8 months. Rich. In an effort to speed up the dissolution of the relationship. She says, I didn't ask for no child support because I want to be done with this marriage. Kiari is allowed to see my kids. That's Offset's name.
His name is Kiari.
Kiari. It's not one day that he's not allowed to see my kids. He stood up my kids 3 times. He has seen Blossom only like 5 times, and I've been trying to save your face, but for you, stop lying, saying that I don't be seeing my effing kids. Cardi alleges that the last time the rapper spent time with their children was in March when she took them to celebrate the 9th birthday of their brother Cody. From Offset shares with their former partner Oriel Jamie. I think personally that that's a nasty move. He reminds me of a Kendu. Remember when Kendu wanted all that money from?
I blame Kendu.
Yep, because he started it. He wanted money for his personal, for his kids' school,
his cleaner bills,
his
kinds
food,
of things. Yeah,
his office space, all kinds of stuff. And I think that's crazy. You cheat on this woman all the time, every day, with everybody all the time.
Let's
and
call it what it is. That is
money.
Bitch ass. What it is.
It is what it is. It is what it is, because that's crazy, boy. I tell you.
The children is 6'3" and 8 months.
Yeah.
And so how you know, as a man, how you, I don't know. You know, when you're rich.
I guess as a rich young Negro,
yes,
who claims to be bad and bougie and all of these things, what does that do for you to be turning around asking your wife for spousal support? I mean, women do it all the time. Women do it all the time, and y'all don't say nothing about the woman who go and do it all the time.
Yo, trust Jay.
But because you're just confirming what it is that you always don't be saying, like, I got this. Because wasn't that a lot of the back and forth between him and I'm better than you and I got more than you and all of this stuff. And now you're asking her for spousal support.
He said it was the lawyer that said it. He said he didn't ask for nothing. He said it, but the lawyer said
Why people be acting like the lawyer is the end all to be all? That's the same thing in the Tory Lanez case. The lawyer encouraged him not to take the stand. He don't got a mouth and a brain of his own to say, like, oh no, that's not a good thing, or I want to take the stand, or no, I don't want to ask for spousal support. I mean, whatever. I'm at the word all the time.
That made me roll my eyes hard till I almost fell asleep.
Vanessa Bryant has seemingly shut down online speculation regarding an unfounded pregnancy. Vanessa, she's only 43 years old.
She's a baby. She was a baby child when they got married. She was 12 when they got married.
Really?
Yeah.
She took to her Instagram stories on Sunday to share a caption theme of Rihanna bobbing out of water with a snorkel mask atop her forehead, carrying a drink and flipping her middle finger. The caption read, "Me protecting my peace, not pregnant, and having fun all summer." The story arrived amid online chatter that suggested the widow of NBA legend Kobe Bryant was expecting her 5th child. Where did that rumor come from?
I don't know, but people were going in on the poor girl. They were going in on her.
Why do people do that? Like, before it's confirmed, why do you start making these taking these hardcore stances?
She's pregnant for another NBA player, and how dare her, and all kind of stuff.
Like, Kobe's been gone for 5 years?
More than that, isn't it?
Yeah, more than that. Because I remember seeing that breaking news while I was recording in my living room.
I was working at Whole Foods when I got that news.
Yeah, so over 6 years, are people expecting her to never be with another man in the rest of her life at 43 years old?
Yes, that's exactly what they're expecting.
Oh, okay.
That is exactly what they're expecting.
Oh, all right.
And I think that's crazy. You know, I think that's really crazy.
Yeah.
What do y'all think that she's supposed to do? And then if she does get with another NBA player, so the F what? What is wrong with people? Why is that any of anybody's business? Leave that.
And then why would that be a bad thing?
I don't know. She's supposed to be with Kobe's ghost for the rest of her life, I suppose.
Oh, well, hey. Tammy Slayton is unrecognizable after excess skin removed and 500-pound weight loss. So this is my
600 pounds.
No, she's 1,000 pounds, sister.
She's 1,000 pounds. Was she 1,000 pounds?
I think.
Or to combine, they were 1,000
I think
pounds.
her and her sister were combined 1,000 pounds.
Oh, she's lost a ton of weight.
Where's the picture? Oh, is this the video down here?
This is, so, I mean, that is a lot. How do you get to that pounds?
So we showed people the before and after. This is her before.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, she
This is her after. Wow. Yeah. She looks so... Tammy Slayton is unrecognizable after excess skin remover. 500-pound weight loss originally appeared on 1,000-pound sister Tammy Slayton was nearly unrecognizable in a new video after undergoing excess skin removal surgery and losing over 500 pounds. So how much pounds was she? She couldn't have been 1,000 pounds. I don't think you can be 1,000 pounds as a human, can you?
Yes.
Wow.
No, Tony.
Them people who they got to cut out of the house, they be 1,000 pounds.
500 each.
No, she lost 500 pounds, Tristan. She couldn't be 500 pounds.
She lost 500?
She lost 500.
She lost.
LaWanda, how much she was before? In late May, the TLC personality, 38 years old, posted a TikTok video showing off her dramatic transformation. After the clip,
Ricky Smiley talked about them in his thing.
Oh boy. For the clip, Tammy used a filter on a photo that gave her a makeover based on different decades. One showed her as someone in the 1920s, while 3 others revealed that she might look like styled in the 1940s and 1960s and 1980s. The original image used for the get to how much she was weighing.
LaWanda said she was 406, but she can't be 406 if she lost 500 pounds.
No, she was more than
That
406.
sounds like a Cat Williams joke.
How much did Tammy, what her name is?
Tammy. Oh, she was 608.
Oh.
608.
So now she 108?
Yeah.
Wow. That's a dramatic weight loss.
How does your heart and your body react to that?
She got rid of
sound healthy.
5 people.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, 4 people.
The Guinness record for the heaviest person was 1,400 pounds.
How do you get 1,400? Why did you get 1,400? What do you look like at 1,400?
I don't know, but
what? Sorry, everybody. This is my personal time. What do you look like at 1,400 pounds? Oh, let me look at the pictures.
Like Jabba the Hutt.
Oh, you are a whole hut. You're not even Jabba. You're just a hut. But it don't want to give me no pictures of nothing. At 100 pounds, I said 1,400. 1,400. Sorry, everybody. Give me some time. Okay. Nope, still none. There's not even no pictures of nobody that's 1,400 pounds.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a thing.
I don't think that's the Guinness
It's the
book.
Guinness World Record. This is from Schneider, so...
Oh.
1,400?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true. Oh, okay. Schneider, you might got that. Weighed 1,400 pounds. His name was Walter.
I think I've seen Walter before.
Walter. Oh my. Walter was a big one. Walter Hudson was an American man and the holder of the Guinness World Records for the largest waist circumference at 119. How do you find pants?
You don't. You wear a queen-size bed sheet.
At his heaviest in September 1987, he weighed a whopping 1,197 pounds, making him the heaviest person alive at the time and the 6th heaviest person in medical. The sixth heaviest person at 1,200 pounds.
1,200 pounds.
You got to eat a lot of food for that.
You got to eat a lot of everything.
What do you always eat?
I think that it has to be that you just be gaining weight like in your sleep and when you're that heavy,
by
right?
osmosis,
eating in your sleep and gaining weight in your sleep.
Yeah, right.
All the time.
and not moving, so you just getting it. Snoop Dogg weighed in.
The title of the heaviest person is generally attributed to John Brower Minnock, who weighed an estimated 1,400 pounds at one point. A 2025 article in How Stuff Works also states that Myra Rosales was the heaviest woman recorded at 958 pounds before her death in February of 2024.
What that mean?
She was 958 pounds, the heaviest woman, and she died last year. But John Brower Minnock was 1,400 pounds. Yeah.
What? My great aunt was 600 pounds and her stomach burst and she passed away.
All right. Okay. Let's
Well, LaWanda.
All right.
Golly.
There's also Khalid Ben Mohansen Shari, who was once the heaviest man at 1,345 pounds, has since lost significant weight. Manuel Uribe, another individual known for his high weight, reached a peak of 1,340 pounds.
Bless the big people.
You got to want to do that. on purpose. Snoop Dogg responds to questions of whether he's surprised about what's going on with the Diddy situation. He went on to say, very surprised. He began, ultimately surprised. I'm like, I don't like being I don't be expecting none of this type of thing to be happening, you know. Like I say, when I was given my position of power and given my position of leadership, I like to take advantage of it and treat people good and make sure that people that work for me or with me don't feel like they work for me. When they're ready to leave, if you have a separation, it's ended on love. It's never bad vibes or anything of that nature. I feel like that too. Why would you be punching and hitting your employees? What are you doing that for?
Who this?
This Snoop Dogg said this about Diddy.
Yeah.
Like, regardless of whether it's Rico, Biko, or Lico, why the hell are you putting your hands on your employees?
And that's how I feel. Like, at the end of the day, this whole Puffy case doesn't need to go on and on and on and on and on. We know that he's an awful person and we know that he did awful things. Let's just send him to jail. Like, he's got to go to jail for something.
Yeah.
You got to go to jail for the things that you did. Why? You got to go.
Someone in the comment section said, that happened so long ago. I don't know why they even think talking about it now. Oh, okay.
What are you saying? Why did you say that?
I was like, so wait. Just because it happened in the past? You don't got...
Why do people waste their keystrokes to say certain things? I don't understand that. That's so
America
crazy.
is silly, girl. It's a silly, silly place, this America. They not accepting our relationship. Actor Jonathan Joss shot dead in alleged homophobic attack. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Who's that?
He's the one that played John Redcorn in King of the Hill. Remember the guy who mumbled?
Yeah.
Yeah, him, that guy, that voiced
Really?
him. Yeah. Yeah.
I loved him.
Is that John Redcorn or was John Redcorn the Indian?
No, that's not John Redcorn. That's what's his name? Hank.
Hank is the main man.
What's his name? Somebody else.
Giggity.
Yeah, no,
that's
Family Guy you talking about. Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. I used to watch King of the Hill.
Yeah.
I used to
Me
watch
too.
King of
I
the
used to
Hill.
watch King of the Hill
I couldn't
with
stand
Bobby.
I could not
love
stand
Bobby.
Bobby. All Bobby do is whine and bitch
Yeah,
all day.
Boomhauer.
Boomhauer, yeah, the mumbling one.
Oh, that was Boomhauer. Okay, so John Redcorn was the Indian then.
Oh,
yeah.
Actor Jonathan Joss was shot dead by a neighbor at his home in San Antonio this weekend. The fatal shooting came after a dispute with a neighbor on Sunday night. Per TMZ, witnesses told police that Joss and the suspect Sigfrido Cija Alvarez were in a heated argument when Alvarez shot Joss multiple times. Absolutely. Joss was pronounced dead at the scene. Law enforcement detained Alvarez in a block away from Joss's home. Alvarez has been charged with murder. Joss's husband claimed that the shooting was a homophobic attack. In a post to Joss' Facebook, Tristan Kern de Gonzalez said the incident was the accumulation of years of hateful abuse from neighbors.
Wow.
We reported these threats to law enforcement multiple times and nothing was done, he shared. Throughout that time, we were harassed regularly by individuals who made it clear they did not accept our relationship. Much of harassment was openly homophobic. Jonathan and I had no weapons. We were not threatening anyone. He wrote, we were standing side by side when the man fired. Jonathan pushed me out the way. He saved my life. He was murdered by someone who could not stand the sight of two men loving each other.
Damn.
Joss is best known for his role as John Redcorn in King of the Hill. He voiced the character in seasons 2 through 13, taking over the role from actor Victor Aaron after Aaron died in a car accident in 1996. Josh had a reoccurring role as Chief Ken Hotate in Parks and Recreation and appeared in TV shows like Tulsa King and the film True Gift and The Magnificent Seven.
Wow.
That's a horrible story.
Yeah.
And that's my thing. Neighbors, what me and this man do in the house got to do with you?
Exactly.
You stay in your house, I'll stay in mine.
That's so nice.
Woo! Man threatens legal action against altercation, breaks over his comments about DDG. So over the weekend, DDG was involved in a little altercation when some man called him doo-doo garbage. I put that story in there because I think that's hilarious.
I mean, that's what? Doo-doo garbage. I love it.
A man threatens to take legal action after getting into a physical altercation with DDG's brother Dub and the cameraman at DreamCon. This reportedly followed the man's comments about DDG. On Saturday, May 31st, DDG's brother, Dub, and members of his entourage were involved in a physical altercation at the DreamCon convention in Houston. The incident was sparked when a man who approached DDG and his crew and repeatedly called the rapper doo-doo garbage. A name made popular by YouTuber Sola Mindy during an online feud with DDG.
Jesus.
Many attendees were live streaming the event, including DDG at the time of the incident. Video footage circulating online shows Dub confronting the man for the comments made towards his brother, followed by punches being thrown. Are we confronting people?
Hold this real quick. We got going. Mike, hold it. Hey, hold it. What you say? What we got going?
What we got going?
Doo-doo garbage.
No recording.
No recording.
Doo-doo garbage.
No recording.
Tell me about streaming life. Streaming life just means that you always streaming live everywhere you go on on Twitch.
I still don't understand it.
Is it on Twitch? Is that where Kai Cenat is on Twitch?
Where do you how do you gain your followers? What do you you got to meet with different celebrities and stuff like that? Because why would I want to be following doo-doo garbage around?
How bored are people that you want to watch somebody else all day? That's just so crazy to me. I understand reels because it's a bunch of different things. But I don't understand watching one person all day.
Just going through their day.
Yeah, that's crazy to me.
Yesterday I was looking at some of the garbage that the children watch on the YouTube. Some of the doo-doo garbage that the children watch. Those videos got 14 million views and 27 million views and stuff. And I'm like, the children is really just watching this over and over and over again. Is somebody playing a game?
Yeah. And why is that entertaining?
I don't know. Children are so funny, but doo-doo garbage is even funnier.
Doo-doo garbage is hilarious.
R&B fresh picks of the week. We got some new musica.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let's see what we have. Have you guys been really into the R&B? Are you guys R&B people?
There's some good R&B music out these days. I don't listen to a lot of it. The other day, I did put on an R&B playlist on Apple Music.
Yeah.
And every single one of the R&B songs had an explicit lyric warning on it.
Oh, eat your booty, baby.
And they're all remakes now.
It was just
oh, sorry. That's not.
We can't just
sing beautiful love songs.
Y'all don't
wanna leave the one I'm with.
Y'all don't give people a chance to fall in love these days. It's so awful. There's no encouragement
emo
for love.
music or breakup music. Well, I don't know because I really don't. I wish that I listened to R&B the way that I used to, like the SWVs and the Escapes and the Boys to Men's and stuff like that. When you used to be singing out loud. I got a playlist called Sing.
Yeah.
And I put it on, and it's all it's music that makes you want to sing.
Yeah.
Take it to the bridge.
Yep.
Go high, go low. Some Deborah Cox.
Yeah.
Some Neo.
Yeah.
I don't know. Make you want to smash somebody's baby mama.
Yeah, I guess so. What you call it? Her, I think, started to come out with that, and I don't know what happened to her. She came out with some really good R&B type songs a couple years back, and then I think that SZA is trying to do that type situation, except for SZA's songs are all about killing her ex-boyfriends and fighting people and doing crimes with them, but she makes it sound really, really good. But also, all of SZA's songs sound the same to me. So I don't know what we're.
That's how I feel about that Summer Walker girl.
The state of R&B. Then we have, there's a lot of underground R&B singers that aren't very popular that are singing good music. What's that one that Eunice was telling? Your mom was telling us about October London or something like that.
Oh, I've heard of him. Yeah, that's
he's got a few really good songs, and there's Giveon and people like that. But Giveon sound like.
I'm reading this right now. Justine Skye, I know her. I don't know a Molly Santana, a JP, a Leon Thomas.
I didn't know
and
any
so
of them.
many
Leon
more.
Thomas is on my dog I'm a mutt.
Oh, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt, I'm a llama.
Not that one. I don't know
Nope.
what that
Okay. Leon Thomas released "Catch a Stray."
Okay. He's got a theme.
Benji Bluebills and BNYX released "Morgan."
Who are they?
Mavi featuring Earl Sweatshirt. I know Earl Sweatshirt.
And I feel like I heard of Mavi.
They dropped Land Grab. Justine Sky and K Tranada on Ooh La La. JP My Peace. And Molly Santana dropped Shoujo. Featuring Shoujo BRB. There's more. Vince Staples has one out there too called Small Talk. He's a comedian and actor.
He's the one who has a show on Netflix, right?
Yep.
I think I watched that.
They said that he's the funniest rapper out here.
Oh, really?
Overcast featuring Vince Staples and Small Talk.
These are the rappers here.
Lil Tecca.
Oh, wow.
Oh, you heard that one before? Oh, wow.
I ain't hear none of these.
And me either. So I'm going to go and listen to all of these, pick my favorite, and I'm going to tell y'all what I picked.
Yeah, you listen and tell me what you think.
I shall.
I'm not.
And I believe that's all. Oh, the little Chrisley girl. That's the
Fedora.
Chrisley, what's her name?
Savannah?
Yes, she is now on the Tory Lanez trial trying to free him as well.
Savannah?
Yes.
Savannah, go get some Zaxby's and shut up, please. She's getting on my... I think Savannah is so cute, but I
think they all look like AI. Yeah. I don't think that they look like real people at all.
They're very...
Botox?
Poised and very artificial looking. I agree with that. And that's before AI came about.
Yeah.
So they are very...
I don't like her face. Yeah. And I think that she's bored and stupid. Which I heard that was her pretty much character.
Yeah,
like
it is.
A brat.
I just want her to just be cute. Like, I don't want her to say anything. They have an older sister who stays out of the limelight altogether. Savannah and Chase, and I forget the little boy's name. They are the ones who are like in the spotlight a lot. And I haven't heard much from Chase, but I want Savannah to just be quiet.
Yeah.
Be quiet, please.
Yeah, just hush your mouth.
Yeah.
Hush your mouth. You don't got to always say something.
I want something good, like some sweet and hot.
I told y'all, let's go get some waffles. Anyhow,
I'm gonna go get that then.
Anyhow, people, we gotta go find something good to eat. I think I got a million meetings today, so I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Lawanda, send me this list of people that you're talking about, and I hope they have good songs and not no cussing songs.
What's your problem with cussing?
I don't think that cussing has no root in it. Don't need to be in certain things. And in R&B, especially, what is supposed to be rhythm and blues, love music, we don't need to be hearing.
I feel like it also shouldn't be in soca music either.
I mean, me too. I hate that.
Yeah.
And it's very rare that you hear it. Soca artists really don't do a lot of cussing. Yeah. But then it's like stark contrast. If you're listening like to soca and then you switch over to dance hall.
Yeah.
It's almost like cringe, like
button.
Yeah, it's almost like, oh my gosh.
Let me ram it up in you.
I remember during carnival time there was somebody who performed a song somewhere and they said a curse word and people were like in an uproar over that. Like, no, that is not what we do here. That's not how it goes. You're not going to do that here. So yeah, I agree. But anyhow, it's gonna be a nice day, you guys. Listen, there's Pastor Troy with J.A. love songs. It's gonna be a really, really nice day. You guys get out, get some sun, get somebody's sun, have some fun, and stay safe.
Yeah. Stay safe.
Yeah.
Be blessed.
Yeah. Bye.
And don't multiply if you don't need to.
You're right. Bye.
Sure. Bye.
Bye.